Hi. Hello. What inspired you to dress the way you do?
Not that question again. Well, I suppose the boredom of everyday life, you know, and I think everybody else looks dull in comparison to me, so that's the reason, really.
Everybody else looks dull in comparison to you.
I think so, yeah, don't you?
Is it necessary for entertainers to have a message? Couldn't we just divide it? Can you entertain without a message?
Do you want them to?
No. I don't think Elvis Presley had a message in my day.
You don't think you're not entertained by entertainers with a message?
I don't think it's necessary. I think I
Listen,
would be more
Elvis Presley did have a message. Elvis Presley had a message. Elvis Presley reintroduced a teenager. There were no teenagers in America before Elvis Presley. He brought young people back into fashion, you know. Elvis Presley had a definite message. He was rebellious. And the Beatles had a message. Before the Beatles, everybody wore cloth caps. And then people started growing their hair. That's a message. If people weren't rebellious, America would never have been discovered in the first place. So, you know, listen to that.
I have 2 daughters who are 8 and 9 years old, and they love you. But their question to me was, why do you dress up as a woman? Can you answer that for them?
Well, you should tell them why you dress like a man. Because you're wearing a man's jacket. Am I next to Alf, or is it Paul Young next?
No, it was Paul Young first.
So Alf's next?
No, it wasn't Alf. That wasn't Alf. That was George Michael.
God, it sounded camp. But then he is.
Look what you missed.
Tell me some any harmonies.
No.
And dance.
I mean, I don't dance to my own records.
Do you not like some people?
George Michael does.
Well, no. He did the music at my wedding and played all his own records.
My mum asked me, would I ask you, are you all right?
She bought a record. She must have bought a record.
Yes, well, she's an enormous fan.
A lot of house have bought a record.
Yeah, it's
That's why it's at number 2.
Enormous fan of yours. Hope you make it a number 1. Thank you, Culture Club. And George.
I think that, you know, one thing you haven't done, Paloma, is had a hit in America. I've had a few. So, you know, we're talking about kind of global strategy with me. And, you know...
People are popular for different reasons. I don't think we're popular in the same way as the Bay City Rollers. You know, people were reviewing the concerts and saying there wasn't, like last night there wasn't any hysteria. Maybe it's because we don't write songs with shang-a-lang, boo-bar-be-doo-dah, you know, and there's a little bit more intensity into what we're singing about, and there's just a little bit more intelligence. Are you worried about people following? What is wrong with following something which is absolutely, perfectly human and normal? It is not normal to call somebody fat just because you object, you know. It's not the way you're born. You're not born with that mentality. You know, society, you know, tells men they have to drink beer and women that they have to be thick and sort of like do the washing up and, you know, fetch the ashtray for the husband. That's fair enough, but I don't think people should, you know, settle for that.
I don't know the film, so I can't say who I'd be.
You've never seen Star Wars?
No.
Han Solo.
Han Solo?
Yeah, or Chewbacca.
Not Chewbacca, sorry. That's you.
I'm so on to white trash.
She's got the hair.
Of course.
She's got the hair for Chewbacca.
Stop it. It's like...
Beyonce. I've never met Beyonce, which is very strange, and I'm sure if I did meet her, she'd be my best friend. She'd drop Kelly like a ton of bricks. Will.i.am. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Will.i.am.
Will.i.am who?
That's showbiz. Liam Payne. He hates me. Which is a real shame because he's my favourite One Direction. I met him and it went horribly wrong because I thought he was someone else. I thought it was Harry Styles, he weren't happy.
Competing with a lot of people who aren't talented. I'm not saying I'm better than anybody else. No, actually, yes, I am. I am saying I'm better than other people. But I mean, you know, you got you sort of like big stars like George Michael and Madonna. Now, Madonna cannot sing. I mean, that's a fact. But she's such a good star. Do you know what I mean? She's such a great entertainer and she's such a sort of fabulous star that you don't care whether she can sing or not. Do you know what I mean? It's like like Billy Idol's another one. I mean, Billy can't sing, but he's just like great at being Billy Idol. And I think that's what it is. It's just being a star.
For that title, it would have been George Michael. Would that be right?
Well, now it would.
See, what's your take on that whole thing, on the George Michael thing?
I think it was really a lot of fuss about nothing, really.
Yeah?
I mean, I think it's okay to have sex in public places. I live on Hampstead Heath. Everybody does it up there.
But what is your...
Every picture needs a frame. Eyebrows up, everything. And by the way, I started the arch brow, not Kim Kardashian. It came from me via Liz Taylor and Carmen Miranda. So, yeah. I was there in February, which was really good. I went there for the lesbian and gay Mardi Gras.
And they came back with you.
You know, I got shouted at in Australia. I was walking along the road and some van load of guys shouted at, "You faggot!" I was like, hi.
my last day there, actually. I was thinking, oh, it'd be nice to get home.
I feel, at the risk of sounding conceited, there would have been no Madonna, no Cyndi Lauper, no Prince without Culture Club. Culture Club opened the back door and the front door for those people. Really, I mean, that's definitely true. You know, I mean, to say that I'm last year's thing visually is the biggest pile of bull thing I've ever heard. I definitely think that there would definitely be no Prince if it hadn't been for Culture Club in America. And that might sound very conceited, but I think we paved the way for that androgynous outlet.
Did your Grammy nomination take you by surprise?
Absolutely. Yes, it's lovely, isn't it?
Very nice. Lovely, lovely. What? Anything in it or just for a fact?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Actually. Now, so how are the salespeople when you go into...
I only ever had one fight at school, and that was with a guy coming home on the bus.
Yeah.
He punched me, so I took off my wooden platform and battered him with it.